Adventure Time. The Adventure Time universe is a vibrant and magical world on the surface, but beneath its candy-coated exterior lies the devastating reality of a post-apocalyptic graveyard. This world, known as the Land of Oo, was born from the ashes of the Mushroom War, a catastrophic nuclear holocaust that wiped out modern humanity and blew a massive, jagged crater into the side of the Earth itself. The magic that flows through Oo isn't a fairy tale. It's the result of extreme radioactive mutation. Surviving humans are incredibly rare, having been forced underground or mutated beyond recognition. And lurking beneath it all is the Lich. He isn't just a standard villain. He is the literal cosmic manifestation of the nuclear bomb, an ancient, unstoppable entity driven by a singular, chilling desire, the absolute cessation of all life. The characters aren't just going on adventures. They are desperately trying to survive in the radioactive ruins of a dead world. SpongeBob SquarePants. The SpongeBob universe is known as the ultimate slapstick comedy, but the depths of Bikini Bottom hide moments of pure existential dread and psychological isolation.
Hello. 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 Hello.
The universe frequently traps its characters in horrifying, inescapable scenarios. Take the abyss of Rock Bottom, a pitch-black trench where the laws of physics, language, and logic completely break down, leaving characters stranded in an alien, hostile environment. But the true horror lies in the void. In one instance, a character is accidentally frozen for 2,000 years, wakes up in a barren chrome future, and eventually completely breaks reality using a time machine. He is thrust into the nowhere, an endless, white, silent expanse of absolute nothingness. The show strips away the jokes, the music, and the secondary characters, forcing the viewer to confront the sheer, madness-inducing terror of being completely and utterly alone for eternity. South Park. The South Park universe appears to be a chaotic, satirical mountain town in Colorado, but it is actually a localized nexus for cosmic horror and inescapable tragedy. The residents are trapped in a decaying, cynical purgatory where nothing ever truly improves, no matter what catastrophic events destroy the town. But the darkest lore centers on a localized immortality curse. One child is subjected to violent, agonizing deaths over and over again. The true horror isn't just the dying, it's the rebirth. He wakes up the next day in his bed, fully remembering the pain and trauma of his own murder. While the universe resets and completely erases the memories of his friends and family, he is forced to suffer in total isolation, surrounded by a cult-worshipping town, manipulated by dark, ancient entities like a Cthulhu. In this universe, death isn't an escape. It's just a reset button for more suffering. Over the Garden Wall. The Over the Garden Wall universe is a whimsical autumn journey that is actually a desperate and harrowing march through the afterlife. The setting known as the Unknown is a literal purgatory. The two brothers wandering through these woods are actually hovering between life and death after drowning in a river, and the world they navigate is filled with lost souls trapped in an eternal cycle. The most terrifying presence in this realm is the Beast, a demonic entity that stalks the woods, actively hunting for wandering spirits who have given up all hope. Once their resolve breaks, he turns them into the very Edelwood trees used to fuel his dark lantern, keeping his own twisted existence alive. It is a universe where giving in to despair means an eternity of agonizing, silent servitude in the dark. Courage the Cowardly Dog. The Courage universe presents a world overflowing with bizarre monsters and supernatural threats, but the horrific hidden lore is that there are no actual monsters at all. We are simply seeing the world through the panicked, distorted eyes of a deeply traumatized rescue dog. The setting of Nowhere isn't a magical wasteland. It's just how a small, isolated dog perceives living on a barren farm miles away from society. The terrifying villains that attack his home are just normal people, like mailmen, veterinarians, and lost strangers, heavily twisted by Courage's frantic, desperate need to protect the only two people who ever showed him love. The true horror of this universe is psychological isolation, the reality of a pet living in constant, unrelenting terror of a world he simply cannot understand. Gravity Falls. The Gravity Falls universe is framed as a fun summer vacation town, but it is actually a localized gravity sink for the weird, the deadly, and the apocalyptic. The entire town is a ticking time bomb built over a dimensional rift, waiting for the end of the world known as Weirdmageddon. The underlying lore reveals that humanity is entirely at the mercy of Bill Cipher, a multi-dimensional Lovecraftian god who views human suffering as a joke. He casually rearranges human faces,